You are now tuning into a drop of melancholy. If you are in a good mood and wish to remain so, do not watch this video.
This video is sponsored by Array. Alright, Array is pretty much talking about the process of growing old, the long process at that, and how your body deteriorates, and along the way you lose friends and family, but yet and still for some reason you have people that want to live to their 90, 95, 100 years old. And I think about that quite often myself. Why would someone want to live till they're 90, 95, 100 years old? Let's say if you did not have children. All right, we're all anti-natalists, but let's say you didn't have children, okay? Let's say you live till the age 90, 95 years old. You're married, okay, but your spouse by that time may or may not still be here. Okay, so you live till you're 90, 95 years old. Most of your family, probably all your family by then is going to be gone. You understand what I mean? Okay, everyone's going to be gone. More than likely, you're going to end up in a nursing home. Okay, you're going to be all by yourself. You're probably going to either end up in a nursing home or you're going to have a caregiver. Okay, and that's going to be hell. Okay, it's going to be hell. Because think, you're at this age, you're old, you're decrepit. Okay, let's say you have back problems or knee problems. Okay, because you form health issues along the way. So let's say you have knee problems, you have a hard time getting around. Okay, the way I see it, you're now a burden on someone else. Okay, you're now a burden on this caregiver or whoever else got to take care of you. But like I say, a lot of times when people get that age, usually they just get put in a nursing home. Okay, and those people have to look after them. And from what I hear, those nursing homes are hell. Okay, they're not very pleasant. Okay, now I look at it in two aspects. One aspect, like I just said, you're going to be alone and you just may end up in a nursing home. And the other aspect is you're going to be old and decrepit. Okay, you're no longer going to enjoy the activities you used to enjoy. Okay, whatever they may be. It can be anything, even something simple like working on a car. Do you really think if you're 90 or 95 years old with knee or back problems, you're really going to be able to do that? Maybe you could, but it won't be as easy. It's going to be difficult. It won't be enjoyable at that point. You understand what I mean? So that's really the two aspects I look at, the two main aspects. Okay, I'm sure other people might look at it differently, but that's how I see it. One, you're going to be all by yourself. Okay, if everyone else is dead by then, someone else is going to have to take care of you. Okay, some caregiver, or you're just going to be in a nursing home. Now, me personally, I wouldn't want to deal with that. Okay, I would not want to be in a nursing home because a lot of times they don't treat those old people right in the nursing homes. They have very limited patience with them, and just read up on how a lot of those people get treated. And another thing, if I'm already decrepit, I can't move around like I used to, I wouldn't want to deal with that either. Now, after all that, you still have people that want to live to these ages, 90, 95, 100 years old. And the way I look at it is, one, a lot of them are just afraid of dying, point blank, period. All right, a lot of them are absolutely terrified of death. Although they believe in God, they believe in heaven and hell, they're still terrified for whatever reason. All right. Two, they're just unable to part with this planet. Okay, this planet, all the material possessions they acquire along the way, they just can't bring themselves to separating with all that stuff. Okay, people, whether it's people, material, whatever. Okay, whatever it is, they just can't see themselves parting ways with all that stuff. All right, they don't want to leave it behind. So they'd rather live till they're 90, 95, 100 years old so they can stay with these things as long as possible. Okay, that's really all it is. It really comes down to those two things. One, they're just scared of dying. Two, they don't want to leave this life, this world behind. Okay, they don't want to leave and then have this world go on without them. They don't want to leave their material possessions, their money, whatever it is. Okay, so it really boils down to those two things. Could it be other aspects too? Yes, it could. But from my perspective, those are the two main ones. Okay, and like I said, I have a lot of life experience. I heard a lot of old people talk, and usually they always mention that. Okay, they either mention the ones that don't care, they'll tell you that they're scared of dying. Okay, all these religious people, they'll try to hide it. They'll try to like deny it, but the ones that don't care, they'll straight up tell you, hey, I don't want to die, I'm scared to die, I don't know what's gonna happen. Okay, and then another thing they'll mention, yeah, I got my cars, I got this, I got that. They don't want to leave it behind, like I said. So it really boils down to that. You know what I mean? But it's crazy because everything you acquire in this life is gonna go back to the earth. Okay, at some point it's all going back to the earth. Everything we got is going back to the earth. Shit, this car I'm in, all right, come from the earth. One day it's going back to the earth. Okay, it's gonna be crushed. It's gonna turn to rust. Go back into the ground one day. That's what I'm trying to say. Like everything we own. So really, you don't own anything on this planet. You really don't, because one day it's all going back to where it came from. And it don't just have to be a car. Okay, when I say go back to the earth, I mean everything on this planet is extracted from the earth. Okay, the earth's resource. That's what I'm trying to say when I say it goes back to the earth. Okay, everything comes from the planet, as you guys already know. I'm just trying to make myself clear. The house you live in, the apartment, whatever, all comes from the earth. Okay, the earth's resources. So one day, that's what it's going to return to. Okay, it could take 100 years to whenever. Okay, how much ever amount of time is required, it's still going back. That's what I'm trying to say. All right. So with that being said, pretty much everything you own is temporary anyway. You see what I mean? So, but yet still, these people that want to live till 90, 95, 100, they just want to hold on to this stuff as much as possible. They just can't let go. They want to hold on to it. Yeah, so that's one of the main reasons people want to live to that age. And they're willing to deal with the fact that they're decrepit. They can't do the things that they used to do. They're willing to deal with that just so they could keep all this stuff. Okay, they could keep their possessions, these people, whatever it is. Okay, or just to keep from dying because they're terrified of dying. Now, me personally, if I can no longer do the things I enjoy because I'm decrepit, life at that point is just no longer enjoyable, and I would rather just get it over with. You see what I mean? It's no longer enjoyable at that point because I can't do the things that I enjoy doing, whatever it is. So I don't care. It can be anything. It can be erectile dysfunction. If you can't get it up, if you can't smash because you're 100 years old, you see what I mean? I'm not trying to sound, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just using that as an example. It can be anything. Or like I said before, if you have knee problems and you can't get around as easily, okay, you need assistance, you need a walker, a wheelchair, whatever. You need a caregiver to tend to you. Who would want to go through that? But apparently a lot of people do want to go through that. You know what I mean? They just want to, If you gave people the option to live 500 years on this planet, they would do it. I'll venture to say most people, if they were given the option to stay on this planet for 500 years, they would do it. If they could live to that age of 500, they would do it without hesitation, without a second thought. A lot of people are just obsessed with living forever, and even when they do leave this planet, they see themselves living forever in this afterlife, this heaven and all this stuff, But yeah, that's the main thing, because they can't detach from this planet. They can't detach from all the material possessions that this world has provided them with, and it don't even have to be people like that. A lot of people that suffered all their life, they still want to stay on this planet. Like people that lived in poverty, okay? Like I said, when I was a kid, I was in church. A lot of those people were impoverished. Yeah, you couldn't tell them nothing about dying. They want to stay here forever, regardless of whatever it is. So that's just the mentality of a lot of people. And a lot of times when you talk like this, like I always say, the first thing they'll do is call you negative. Okay, they'll call you dark, they'll call you depressed. Everything I said right now is 100% facts. Okay, 100% facts. I'm right, and I know I'm right. Now check this out. Anytime you speak truth, anytime you speak facts, that's when they call you depressed. Okay, that's when they say you need help, you need therapy, whatever it is, you need God. I don't need God. So myself and everyone watching this video at the sound of my voice, they would label us as depressed, as dark people. Okay, but that's not the case. We're in the truth, okay? We're truth seekers. We see a problem with something and we're calling it out. But all the sheep, okay, all the people that follow this narrative, yeah, they'll label us as depressed, say we need help, when in reality, they're the ones that need help. You see what I mean? They're the ones that actually need help. The only thing I see depressing is being here at age 100, when your mental health has declined. You can no longer get around easily. You need help from another person. You might be on numerous different medications. I see that depressing. Okay, I see that very depressing. But yet and still, these people will tell you that God has blessed you with a long life. These people will tell you that you're lucky to live till you're 100 years old. Where's the luck? What's lucky about any of that I just mentioned? What's lucky about declining mental health? What's lucky about not being able to enjoy the activities you used to could enjoy? What's lucky about that? What's lucky about relying on a caregiver to take care of you? What's lucky about being in a nursing home? I'm sure you get the picture, okay? I can go on and on. What's lucky about any of that? Where's the blessing? I don't see a blessing at all. But they're convinced, and they'll try to convince you that God has blessed you with a long life. Okay? So it just doesn't add up somewhere. It doesn't add up. I don't see it. And when I ask them to show me, they're unable to do that. When I ask them, where's the blessing? They have no answer. Okay? Which is typical. So that's all I'm going to say on that. If you think I need to make a part 2, let me know. But that's really all I can say. I mean, there's nothing else. There's nothing else to it. All right? People just want to live because they're scared to die, and they don't want to leave all their material possessions behind, their money, whatever it is. So it really boils down to that. Okay? And they're just addicted to this life. They're addicted to this world, this planet. They just can't. This planet is all they know. And it's hard for them to part ways with it. Okay, for example, look at these guys that have been in jail for like 40 years. Okay, they've been in prison for 45 years. A lot of times when these guys get released from jail, they want to go back. Okay, because that's all they know. They've been locked up since they was 18, 19 years old. Jail is all they know. So when they finally get released, they have a very difficult time adapting to the real world, and they want to go back to jail. And read up on that too. Some guys, when they get out, they cancel themselves, okay? Because it's a culture shock being back in the real world. It's a culture shock being released from jail and back into the real world. Okay, jail is all they know, so they much rather just stay in jail. Although we deem jail as a not very desirable place, that's all they know, and they really can't part ways with it. So it's kind of like that with this planet, okay? We in this community deem this planet as a less than desirable planet, but yet and still you got these people that want to stay with this planet, okay? They can't part ways with it. So it's kind of similar between the guys that are in jail, they get released and they want to go back, okay? They want to stay in jail, and people that are addicted to this planet, okay? They don't want to part ways with this planet. So it's kind of the same thing. We don't see this planet as a very good place, but yet still all these people want to stay because that's all they know, okay? They don't know nothing better. This planet is all they know. So it's kind of like that. That's how I look at it too. All right, so that's it for that. If you guys have any other requests, let me know. We'll chop it up. Whatever it is, we'll talk about it. I'm not claiming to be a know-it-all, but we'll use logic and reasoning to try to figure it out. All right, now there's 3 videos dropping today. Okay, 3 videos. So make sure y'all check those out. All right, until next time, embrace your inner darkness. I'm out. Peace.